Hello everyone and welcome to Spartan Gaming and my playthrough of the room 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮 4, which is what it looks like it says. But no, this is the room 4. I never really noticed that this was called the room 4. I remember when this first came out, it was just called the room 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮, because it's a weird place. It's hard to put this in context to the third game, because the third game had the same protagonist as the first two. I don't even know what his name was. It was just some dude anyway. This guy, the guy in this is from the organization that is after the 𝘨𝘮. I think I can't remember what the organization's called. We don't really find out to the end of this, but yeah. This is basically, it's not a sequel to 3, but it's in the same universe, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's not rabble on. Let's just click new game. Something spooky over that, dude. I've searched every room in this bloody house, but this attic. That's nice. I won't get much further in the dork. No, you won't. Let's do the tutorial. Unfortunately, you can't skip tutorials in these games. So, yeah. I think it's broke. You need a screwdriver for my case. Let's just do this. So yeah, if you've not played the room, you shouldn't be watching this for a start, because this is number 4 in the series. As I said before, it's not a continuation, but it does help to play the first 3 games. Well, or the first 2 games. Number 3 is weird. Number 3 is I don't know. It's a good game. It's just I just think it drags on too much, and the fact that there's 4 endings doesn't really help it. But yeah. But yeah, this is the type of game it is. You go into a screen, you do a puzzle, then you go to the next screen. It's that type of game. Think of it as a point-and-click puzzle game. My notebook holds all the information I was given for this assignment. So yeah, whoever we are given an assignment. These are some of the notes from this third game. Or was it? I don't think it is, because husband and wife missing. This isn't this. I was thinking that this was the house that AS dude was in the first 2 games, but it's not. If you notice, this house, it looks very familiar. Well, it won't look familiar to you, but it will look familiar very soon. So yeah, and we'll get to that. So yeah, let's click on our notebook. We'll take the screwdriver, and we'll have a look in the notebook. Notorious engineer dismissed from the Royal Institute. So the Royal Institute was mentioned in the third game. The guy in the third game went to the Royal Institute to, I think he went in there to ask for help to do with the 𝘨𝘮, and they basically told him to fuck off, crazy old man. What the hell are you talking about? What's this? A mysterious element that is somehow linked to, but not really, to Cthulhu? Get the hell out of here. But yeah, but yeah, this is not that guy. This is someone called Edward Lockwood. He provokes fury of the Royal Institute. Look at these spanners. Oh, we're all wearing the same clothes. Oh, look at us. Oh, we're all posh. Oh, we're all important, but you're not really. Look at them dickheads. Anyway, so we got some notes. The guy who we are finding out the disappearance of this husband and wife that mysteriously vanished. Or did they? If the 𝘨𝘮 is connected to this, they're probably in some kind of weird box that's in a box that's inside another box in another box in Mars or somewhere. Because yeah, that's what the 𝘨𝘮 is. So anyway, this guy was trained as a mechanical engineer, but dabbled in a bit of chemistry. We've all been there. In marriage to Abigail 𝘨𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮, raised status. So he married Abigail, raised his status. I always assumed it was the other way around, but no, it wouldn't be. So yeah, raised status, if you're thinking, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? Think of it as a way that, how would you say this without me sounding weird? I read a lot of shoujo type manhwas because I like that kind of shite. So do not, please don't bash me. But they're always the same sort of. I think they live in an autocracy, which is the emperor is the ruler, and everyone underneath him is like the monarchs and such. So you got like the counts and the dukes and the duchesses and stuff like that. That would mean that Abigail is somehow has a status or a title. I don't know what her title is. She could be a duchess, something like that. Basically, her title then raises his title or status because he married into her family. It's normally the way around. It's normally the woman marries into the man's family, doesn't it? But yeah, we don't know about Abigail just yet. But anyway, he led an assistant position at the Royal Institute. His position lasted a year because he was dismissed due to unspecified misconduct. Interesting. Let me go. Here's Abigail. Deceased pioneer bequeaths estate to only daughter. Renowned artist, Ms. Abigail Lockwood. I thought that said Mira then. This bloody text is a pain in the arse to read. She inherited the troubled Walgrave Manor. She's burdened with debt and it's a poison chalice. So yeah, this is the his wife who he married into. So she was called Abigail. Married, so her name is changed from Walgrave to Lockwood, which is very odd because if her title is linked to her name, surely she should have kept her family name and not her husband's family name. Weird. Very weird. Says classically trained artiste known for funding expeditions or exhibitions. She's the only child of esteemed Hugo Walgrave. Marriage to Edward was controversial. On her father's death, Abigail inherited Walgrave Manor and her family's. Oh, great. Thanks, Dad. What's that? You give me a house? Oh, and a shit ton of debt. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's just what you want when your fucking parents die. Oh, here's all of their debt. Thanks, I'll just put that in. Poor lady. Only 28 and she's been crippled with debt. This is like the worst type of era to be in debt in the 1800s. It's as if you inherit your family's debt. That's bollocks. That's like they're dead. Why is it? Why does it fall onto me to pay you back? Holy shit! What an awful thing to get in. You get a letter from the arsehole. It's just like, oh, your dad's dead. I'll, sorry for your loss. Oh, by the way, here's the bill that he owes us. Wow. Anyway, this guy's got a lot of suspicious information. It's got the estate, like the floor plan. It's weird. Collector reports. 1st of November, Mr. Lockwood's report to my employees have ceased. Profitable interference by his... Probably. Does that say probably? That's a B, not an F. Huh. Probable interference by his wife. Current whereabouts is unknown. The 12th of November, police search of the Walgrave Manor yielded nothing, and these matters are far beyond their understanding. The 14th is my employees insist the sample remains within Walgrave Manor. But now its effects will be unmistakably... Yeah, it'll be unmistakable to a trained eye. Find the trail, follow it to the source. So we all can gather what's happened here, can't we? Mr. Lockwood, he was told to leave the Institute for some random thing we don't know about. He was then given, from the sound of it, a piece of the 𝘨𝘬𝘴 research. And between the 1st and the 12th of November, with him researching, he The null has already claimed him. But yeah, this is basically what this game is. We are hired by the people that have pieces of the null that they just give out willy-nilly. We are hired to collect the null. We are to take the null back because it's disappeared. But yeah, follow the source and all these blank pages that lead to nothing. That's not creepy. Yeah, this game isn't spooky, but it's not scary. What the hell was that? I need a better look. Do we? Do we really need a better look? But yeah, this game it's not horror. It's spooky. Think of it as Lovecraftian. Lovecraftian's not. It's not horror. It's, would you call it Lovecraftian? No, it's more like dread. More like that dread terror that you know something's gonna happen, but it never really does. You know, you hear footsteps behind you, but it's, you know, you've already shit yourself by then. So yeah. But yeah, we need to turn on to light. So screwdriver. Thanks tutorial for telling me how to screwdriver. And then we just fiddle around. As if it's that easy. The body's disappeared. There's the null. These are the weird black tentacles. A dollhouse. Something isn't right. It isn't. So yeah, look at this dollhouse. Look how weird it looks, right? That is the same house. Oh, I can't click back now. That's the same house that was in the picture. So this is basically a dollhouse of the house that we're in physically. It's like a dollhouse in a dollhouse. It's very spooky. But yeah, this is the type of game that The Room is. Honestly, this is my favorite of the Room series. It's short. It's very, very good. It's got a pretty damn good story, and the puzzles, they aren't all over the place. Like, as I said, if you watch my playthrough of the third game, you notice that I complain a lot about how long it is. It feels dragged on, and the fact that it has 4 endings means that there's always more to do, and you think, oh, just end it. But in the third game, it's more of it's not open world. You get more of you have to travel a lot. It's in this game. This is basically it. This is your whole game. Is this one dollhouse? You don't leave this area until the end of the game now. But in the Room 3, you went through multiple different locations, which leads to confusion sometimes. If you're not used to those types of games where you can do things out of sequence, and then you can be completely lost without looking at a guide and such. But in this game, this is it. The whole game is this dollhouse, and it's, you know, you're thinking, is that it? It's just this dollhouse. It's going to be over in like half an hour. It bloody isn't. This dollhouse is a mystery in itself. It's a dollhouse that keeps on giving. It's really good. But yeah, let's just get it out of the way just in case you're thinking, oh, this looks too easy. But yeah, here we go. Oh, this game it's so satisfying. The noises that the game has. It's got such good sound engineering, if you'd call it that. It's like somebody's dropped like oil or diesel on the floor. This is that pattern that you leave in water. The surface looks unusual. I'll need something else from my case. I could just imagine that guy laughing like that. But yeah, as you notice, the dollhouse is the same as the real house. What a weird thing. As if they might get that for Christmas. There you go. Here's a replica of the house that you're in. Thanks. It's just what I wanted. Said nobody. Unless you're living a big fucking ass. Yeah, you know. We got an eyepiece. You need to open it. So we don't get a lens in this game. We get an eyepiece, which then turns into a lens. Nice. It's got a really cool trippy effect on the lens. It's like green, blue, a bit of red in there. I've never noticed that before. To be honest, this is the first time I played this on the PC. I don't know if that's an effect that's in the on the tablet version. It might be. But yeah, that is cool. what a weird thing for me to nerd over. Thanks. Oh. That's not creepy. Break the seal. Find the null. Sometimes the eyepiece can be used to see things that are otherwise hidden. Thanks, expeditionist. I should use the eyepiece to examine the dollhouse. Yes. But yeah, the this lens would highlight. It's weird though, because the lens is different in. There's at least 3 different lenses. The first and the second game have the same. No, the first game has the original lens that the AS dude makes. Then he upgrades it again in the second game. The third game has a new one from the Craftsman, and then the fourth game has this one, which is from the Institute. I think the Institute. I can't remember what the organization's called, but let's just call them the Institute. Let's yeah. So you'll use your eyepiece, and you'd see things like this, and then it will like, oh, it's changed. You can look inside now. But yeah, you use your eyepiece normally to look around to see if things look. You're looking for like the same sort of text that was on the briefcase. But yeah, if we click on this, this is basically what the null is. It's like spaces inside spaces. It's endless. Oh, yeah. Spooky. Oh, look at it. That's a cool trippy effect as well. Oh, it moves when you touch it. That's pretty cool. So that's one of the seals gone. The foyer. I should go back now. Yeah, we go. We still can't really go around the dollhouse. Okay, and I wanted to just show off a bit more, but let's just continue. Yeah, here we are. This is the onward. There's a picture of Abigail. Maybe that's Lockwood up there. How do you put the picture on the floor? Dickhead. Just so all this is basically Edward's fault. Everything that happens in this game is because of Edward. Let's just put that there. Edward's a massive dick. Let's just put it that way. Anyone who's willing to openly and like enthusiastically poke and prod the null is a massive twat. If you've played the first 3 games, you would know that the null is something you should never stick your fingers in. It leads to basically what's happening right now. People are, what? He's disappeared. Where did he go? We know where he went. He was eaten by the fucking null. Oh. Ooh. They are unloading apparatus by this text is. It's quite hard for me to see it. That's weird. It might just be the call lights. It has like a weird glare to it for me. The unloading apparatus by the cartloads, and I see my husband transform into a wide-eyed child. He hasn't been this animated since he left the Royal Institute. That's an odd thing to say. Animated. The men work in silence and stand awkwardly in my presence. Heads down, silent. That's what they should be. That's because you're above their status. You know, they will not hold my gaze. They look so desperate. I move away, stay out of their way. Why are certain men so threatened by women of intelligence? That's true. Back in the 1800s, fucking hell, if a woman even spoke a mind, they'd stone her, wouldn't they? Call her a witch. Put her in a fucking fire. God, those times were the shittest. The shittest. That's not even our lowest, is it, as humans? We have done a lot of bad shit. Even today's standards, we're just as bad. You think we're getting better, but we're not. We keep making the same mistakes over and over again. It's just we solve one problem and then create 6 more. You know. Is it misanthropy? It's what's wrong with me. The hate of humanity. It's planet all the way. That's why Captain Planet should exist. I'm just saying. They will warm to me as they come to know me, I am sure. They probably won't. The main thing is that Edward is working again. Oh. Is that it? Seems these books in this dollhouse hold more than their covers suggest. I suspect you are keys to uncovering what's happened here. Yeah, the books basically tell you what happened between Edward and Abigail. So now we got this weird box. You know, we'll use our eyepiece. You notice that there's some weird blue shit on the floor. Basically, we've got one of those sperm lights on our face, and all this is man juice. You know, just think of it that way. As disgusting as it sounds, someone just put their essence everywhere. I was gonna say, this makes a noise. This makes a noise, but nothing's happening. Go to the next one. As you can see, this one's got a blue thing there. Very odd, isn't it? I do like this game. There's another mark up there. Like a square. So we can't do anything else in this room except the thing on the desk, basically. As you can see, click on and everything does nothing. Can't set us off on fire, unfortunately. Like, there's nothing else in the book. I don't think there is. What if this is just like an endless... Like, just an endless book? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, we got these here. Which we can't do anything with because we need something to go in there. What about... We can't go on top. What's under here? Oh, there's something here. Hello? There you go. Oh, yeah, I've played this game enough times. I'm just trying to show you that certain things do certain other things. There we go. So we know that it's blue. Which goes... It makes such a nice click. It makes a very nice clicking sound. So it goes like... Where's the angle? There we go. Goes like that. We've got a family crest. Looks like this belongs on the dollhouse. So we can't do anything outside. We can't take this back. So he wants us to go back outside. Bump. And I'm up here. Do that. The seal. The null must lie beyond. So yeah, this is you basically the whole game is you breaking these seals. As you can see, each one branches to another. But yeah, each one of these is basically a location in the dollhouse that needs to be unlocked. And if you hold it, it does that. Ah, stag. Spooky. Let me get back control. So yeah, each time you finish one of these levels, like when you finish this, it will unlock one of these It's normally the middle one. So once you've done all the puzzles in the room, it will tell you. So the thing to do is come here, and you can see there's an arrow which leads to there. Ah, this is the second mechanical coin thing that we need for the living room. I mean, we can finish this one off, and then it should. It should seal after this. Okay, let's have a look. That one was easy. Oh, an ornate metal plate. Did it say plate? Okay. Oh, you can move this. This looked a lot better than it did on the on my tablet. So it's like one goes down there. And then this one goes that way. Oh. Triangle. We'll do the square next because that's that. It's that one. And then we'll lock that there. Then it's not that one. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Let's lock that. Don't need that one locked. There we go. I confused for a second. Hey, the first seal. Strange artifact. So this is what happens when you finish a level. It is this. It turns into Lovecraftian black sludge. That's the game's way of saying, yeah, you've done that area. Don't go back in there because you die. Oh, it starts on the outside. Thought it started in the middle. There you go, foyer complete. I've found the seal my employees spoke of. It is weakened, but far from broken. I'm clearly on the path to finding the null element. For now you are, dude. For now.